Hey guys, today I'm gonna show you how I drew this Billie Eilish portrait, and I'm gonna start out with some terms because I'm gonna be saying them throughout the video. I'm gonna be using Prismacolors, and the following colors are what I use for skin. When I refer to bright or vibrant colors, these are the type of colors that I'm meaning. These are what I'm referring to when I say base tones or blending colors. These are my final blending colors to make it look more smooth. Then I use these colors for details. When I draw portraits, I block in the shape of the head and where everything should go, and I start out with the eyes and then do more detailed outlines. And it's okay if your estimations aren't completely accurate because you'll start using lines to estimate where the features really go, and then you can make it more accurate. Like here I drew a line to show where the nose was gonna go, and wherever I put a line on the drawing, I put the same line on my reference picture so I can try to relate where the feature is as accurately as possible. And I do the same concept for the mouth, so I relate where the mouth ends and starts based on where the nose was. And they're just straight up and down lines to kind of show me where to put the feature. Once you're done with your proportion lines, it's okay to erase them. Now I'm just finishing up my outline by starting to draw where her hair is and the little sections to show where I need to put details. And it's okay if it's not completely accurate because you're going to be drawing over it anyway. Before we start coloring, I usually lighten the area with a kneaded eraser. And then with the Prismacolors, I go over with my vibrant colors, just really lightly as a base. And then I build up values with my base colors and blend it with those and start using firmer pressure. And then once it's more smoothed out, I can go back with white and blend out any of the paper because I don't like being able to see any of the white paper underneath, so I try to make it more smooth. Back with my black pencils and my Posca white and black markers. For these other features, I repeat the same process. It's all about values and shading. So I start with my vibrant colors, then build up value with the base colors, and then start out with light pressure and then build to firmer pressure to make it more smooth. And then lastly use white and black for details and to do the last smoothing out of the drawing. For the lip and rest of the skin area, I use the same process for the skin as I did for the other features, and then for the lips, I just use slightly more red and pink tones. But it's all the same process of starting from light pressure and then building to darker pressure. And then here, for her neck, I start with the vibrant yellow, then build with pink and more shadow tones. And then I start using firmer pressure and blending over the darker areas and using my base colors. And then building with firmer pressure again. And then blend over with my lightest base tone. These are all the colors I used for Billie's blue hair, and I have my vibrants, my base colors, and my details and blending colors. For her hair, I start out with the black detailing. This way, when I blend over it with other colors, it already builds up texture. And I start with the vibrant colors, and so I have a base to blend over with. And so now I'm using firmer pressure and making it so you can't see the grain of the paper. And I'm using more values of my base colors. I go back with my X-Acto knife, or I could use a electric eraser. And I make more highlights and then make more hair strokes with my black pencil for details. And I go back and forth between using my X-Acto knife and a lighter colored pencil for the flyaways. And I just repeat this process until I feel like there's enough strands. For this section, since there's a lot of shadows, I used an Arteza black Everblend marker just to help speed up the process since most of the area is pretty dark. And then I go back with my black Prismacolor pencil and make more hairlines for details. Then I do some final touch-ups with my black and white Posca pens for like the flyaways and really harsh highlights. And then for the last section of hair, I start with my vibrant tones again and use light pressure. And then slowly I build up to firmer pressure with my base colors. And then you can't see the grain of the paper here as well. And then I go back with my black pencil and do more hair strokes. And X-Acto knife for highlights, and then go back over where I scraped off the Prismacolor. For her chains, I used a black Arteza marker to do most of the detailing underneath. And then I used gray toned Prismacolors to go over and blend out the grain of the paper, and then went back over with my black and white Posca markers. Sure, I used some of the vibrant skin tone colors and the shades of French gray. And I start from dark and then build up to light. And I start with light pressure to darker pressure, or harder pressure. And then I go back for touch-ups anywhere I see that I need to. And then I use black and white for final details on her outfit. Don't forget to sign your final drawing, and this was my final picture of Billie. And if you guys like these kind of tutorials, please let me know, and thank you guys so much.